skill-based matchmaking, but it's basically the lower you are in the board, the worse the players are. Meaning, if I could somehow get to low UA enemies, I do it against bad players, like really bad players. Don't be respectful. Most people do it the second the match cup starts, but I was gonna wait and wait until the end go on, and then hopefully from there, here? What is Brown doing? Oh, no, it's so cold on the ground. I should freeze it again. It should be a guy. What the hell? What the hell? What is it? Okay. One more thing. Oh my god. What is he doing? Is Brown inside? Oh no. I don't even pay. Oh my god, guys, we put out. This guy sucks. I think love it. Dead? I got it. So good, brother. Yes. What is this kid doing? Yo, leave that spot, bro. I literally can't go. Oh my, he's hit. Can you go? I can't, I'm missing every time. Finally, bro. Let's go, brother. So, I should have.
Excuse me. What if I told you I could get you some money right now? I wouldn't believe you. Okay, well, stay on your phone, download the app, bridge it. Alright, I'm gonna give you up to $250 in 1 or 2 minutes without a credit check or interest.
In the squad, enemies in the game were allowing themselves to get killed whilst others were trying to take everyone down.
biggest XP challenges he possibly can together, focusing on level up tokens, weekly quest XP. Back in Chapter 3, Season 4, the Tier 100 skin being the Gwen Spider-Man skin, he managed to string together 20 games, fully focused on maximising his XP to go from level 1 to 100 in under 4.5 hours, making the grind of all quest going during the season look absolutely pathetic. It's a focus no-scope member. No-scope being anyone, even Choice Rage, seems to be satisfied, but the longest one ever was achieved by none other than the preview, but it's still a massive distance to be achieved at the time, with the distance in fact half of 350 meters. Back in Chapter 3. Multiple no-scopes into 30 goals geared up to land a shot, which a total distance of 348 meters, meaning one day someone could beat this, but no one can believe I won't beat it. I don't think anyone will be beating the first elimination. This is literally in all your mind. This team is back in the workshop again, but it really takes it down as far as possible. This is the points. They're going all the way to the other end of the
rather than goal. Get the rarest skin? Don't worry, only in our legendary items like Legendary, Renegade Raider, Marvel Heroes, and more. All unavailable anywhere else. Load now and make the score.
They were done it, don't exist anymore. As he pulled the trigger of that C4, he got an elimination of 4,272 meters away. This was the only distance challenge that a lot of YouTubers had fun trying to beat. Back in Chapter 1, there was a golf emo added into the game where you could actually land it in the golf hole. It would tell him in the kill feed how far you were away when you got the shot in. Locking attempted this challenge first by standing as far away as he could, sending off a golf shot and getting someone else to tell him how close it was to getting in the hole, making small micro adjustments to try and get the ball in. And he managed to get a shot in at over 300 meters, but Muselk and Lacebeam decided they wanted to break this record themselves and both set up the same situation but going even further away. After lots of little adjustments, Muselk hit the golf shot and Lacebeam watched it fly to the hole of 343 meters, making for a great world record, but a record that I would rather have. It's at the most V-Bucks on a single account. As Preston stepped for his goal to try and reach as many V-Bucks as possible, I am totally not jealous about this one. He was actually nice enough to do this on his brother's Fortnite account, so not even his own account. But he's going to get a ton of gift cards and load the account up with as many of those beautiful V-Bucks as possible. As the number of V-Bucks on the account grows and grows, Preston's brother decided to enter someone into his supporter drink as a way of thanks for all of these V-Bucks. He decided to put coding, code alligator, something you should do. If you ever pick anything up in the Fortnite item shop, it's the best way to support my videos if you enjoy them. I don't think this person's ever going to have to buy more V-Bucks again. The record that actually blew my mind is the longest solos win streak, all of which was actually streamed, meaning you've got a battle of stream snipers and the pressure of people actually watching you. As the only guy left received an official Guinness World Record for this. He currently sits with over 17,000 wins to his name. Back in 2021, he streamed himself getting over 94 victory royales in a row. Most people struggle to even get two together to get a crown victory royale, and this guy's a literal Guinness World Record that he can hang up in his home. What about playing Fortnite with this? That is exactly how Rocky No Hands plays Fortnite. This is quadriplegic. He actually has to play with this very special controller called a quad stick that actually is using his mouth to control his Fortnite character, which just blows my mind. And he managed to use this to get the highest kills with this setup, getting 29 eliminations to himself in just a single game. It's an incredible record. But what about flying above the map and getting as high as you possibly can? I'm sure some of you have seen glitches or even experienced glitches, even yeeted up in the air, but what about going hundreds of thousands of meters above it? Lacebeam, the king of finding weird ways of getting world records, put together a shopping trolley and also some good news to activate a glitch to send you straight up in the air and literally use these beyond to see how far it can get. One of his bits of tech stuff 250,000 meters, but he tried again. He is easily on all night and managed to reach over 570,000 meters before his internet line cut out and ended the game for him. It took the brings back so many memories, landing a dusty divot and landing on one of my favourite spots where he pulled out a clinger grenade and threw it into a centre of Dusty. He managed to get himself the furthest clinger elimination in the world at 180 meters, and he could not taken down by that. If they watched it in replay, would be very embarrassed. But I definitely wouldn't be embarrassed if I managed to pull off the highest trick points in a game. But literally hundreds of millions. Shadow Foxy did it by bouncing a bike on a barricade, creating a little bit of an accidental glitch. I think the scariest part of this trick is not actually pulling it off, because once you're in position, you just stay there and wait for the number to build up. Actually dismounting the barricade and actually getting the score to long as he slowly backed off, landing it high, getting over 300 million trick score. And above that, all of us want to return is Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet, where Finest managed to pull off the most kills ever, landing straight on the Infinity Gauntlet and getting as aggressive as possible. He tore through the map, using all of Thanos' abilities, not getting taken down once, lasting from the beginning all the way to the end to take it down. Over 30 players, including the lobby, hitting most kills in the Thanos mode. That's 34 in total. Talking of kill records, the most amount of eliminations in squads on mobile set before Fortnite Mobile was removed and unupdated, with an old record being set at 41. Set by someone called Ben, and a video that only has a few hundred views. Him and his squad managed to grab this world record with a total of 46 eliminations. That is no easy feat on mobile. And another tough record to pull off is the furthest was travelled in a quad crasher in the air. If you played back when the quad crasher was available and you knew how to boost and angle it correctly, you could essentially fly with this thing across the map. What's the furthest distance you can actually travel with this? Back to Let's Team again, he was up to his world record breaking antics, managed to take a quad crasher, continually flying it through the air, only been stopped after being killed by storm damage for a total of over 1,100 meters. Another Australian who decided to create the world's longest sky base, McCreamy went into a public game, maxing out him and his teammates' materials to go as far as possible in the sky whilst building. Sky base is obviously a super popular meme, and he managed to go across the entire map with this, and then started to go for himself, only being taken down yet again by that infamous storm. Now, this pro Fortnite record will probably never be beaten. It's the most points ever in a Fortnite Cup. It was achieved at over 1,000 in a test event by a duo named Trapped and Zabi. When this score appeared on the leaderboards, streamers at the time like Myth, Nick Merckx, Cloxy, and even Mr. Savage were shocked as to how many points they get, as both of these players played super aggressive, try and get as many eliminations and as many wins as possible in this tournament. Shout out to Trapped, who's playing on controller, absolutely destroying everyone, getting a point total of 1,024. How competitive Fortnite is these days, this number will never be topped. And these are the most eliminations in a creative game of Fortnite, because Lesbian jumped in again. Lesbian jumped in is the record by literally shooting people out the egg in the quarter-level traps, which is an insane number of over 15,000, but he took things to the next level, literally paid a creative team to create a map that would kill people even quicker, even more efficiently. He sat there for hours and hours, and his subscribers left their games just to get eliminated for him. He managed over 90,000 kills before the game ended, which is obviously a crazy number, but not as crazy as the player with the most amount of wins. I actually sat down and talked to Shit recently, who is the player with the most wins, who now focuses on zero build mode, playing with a squad of players that are all fantastic. We want to win total to be as high as possible. We want a win rate of over 63%, with also 20 kill death ratio, is over double the amount of wins the player sat in second place, so it's never going to be overtaken at any point soon. He's currently on over 40,000 wins, heading well towards his 50,000, which is just a mind-blowing number. The Northern Casual record is the biggest pyramid ever built in Fortnite history, achieved by Mythic Booster back on Playground mode was a thing. It allowed players to grab as many materials and do as much as possible on the actual Fortnite map. A load of fun with it. These guys took the pyramid all the way to max height. Then again, then Playground Mode tried to do something similar, but after it's completed, they broke it down. The whole thing got destroyed, creating for an epic moment. But maybe not as epic as this world record speedrun, when Only Up took the world by storm. Trades map popped up in Fortnite, where you had to traverse onwards all the way to the top of the map, making crazy jumps to get there. The speedrunners figured out loads of shortcuts, managed to get from one to the top without making any mistakes or falling once at all. The Japanese player called Amino managed to complete the Only Up Fortnite map in just over 8 minutes and 40 seconds, creating for an incredibly impressive world record. And things get really creative when Milo went ahead and decided to set the world record for the world's longest Fortnite bottle flip. An emo could literally bottle flip, and sometimes it lands upwards. He set himself up over 1,000 meters in the sky, was bottle flipping in-game for over 2 hours. Going from top all the way to the bottom to see if the bottle had actually landed or not, and after his 80th attempts and multiple hours of trying, he managed to put it off with a 1,000-meter bottle flip. So all the way back to the first LTMs, Chapter 1, Ninja got the most amount of eliminations in Sniper Shootout, a mode that went on to be super popular. The only things you could use were snipers. This mode really separated the boys from the men, and Ninja being very accurate with his sniper, the fact that you could actually pick up revolvers in this mode as well. He went on to constantly destroy the lobby, which took a total of 35 eliminations. And a record that's held for now over 6 years. This time is now Lego in Fortnite, which means new world records to be broken. And of course, Lego came back to do what he does best, do some crazy world record breaking. He gathered himself the most amount of TNT barrels possible and placed them in his own area to put with the game would not let him do or place anything else at the map. This would have been reached. It meant that he placed down the maximum number of explosives possible. And after setting it off, he created the world's biggest Fortnite Lego explosion, and it was pretty impressive. But not as impressive as each this Fortnite player. An adorable lady by the name Grumpy Gran, 1948. If you did some quick maths, you can work out that she is 75 years old. We got into Fortnite after watching her grandson play it. She now teamed up with her friends to play Fortnite almost every day. She streams herself playing, and she is absolutely hilarious, having so much fun. And she's gone on to get many victory royales. That's the oldest, one of the youngest pro player, going all the way down to 8 years old. He's called Joseph Lee. This player was so good, a team decided to pick him up and give him a $33,000 contract at just 8 years old. His crazy world records being broken was the most amount of people that have been playing the game at one time. With the huge success and return of Fortnite OG last year, not only did Fortnite hit a current peak number that will blow your mind, but a creative map called Tinted Zone Wars managed to get over 212,000 players on the map at one time. As UEFN and creative maps from the community get bigger and bigger in Fortnite, you'll see these numbers get bigger and bigger as well. The total number of players across all the modes who jumped in for the end of Fortnite OG totaled over 11.6 million players at once. As Fortnite will go anywhere soon, this number could be beaten again one day. If you want to see another awesome list, on screen you can see things that are in Fortnite for just a few minutes.
You save $15 a month, and can get the entertainment you love included months, like Netflix and Max. That's up to $300 a year in savings from your bundle, and entertainment included on us, or from authorized.
This emote and this skin only lasts a few minutes before actually removes from adverts. We take a look at 30 cosmetics that will never return to the game, like the K-pop skin, whose file was added into the game back in Chapter 1, but a few updates later, mysteriously removed. It's appeared in official artwork for Creative Mode back in Season 8. At a very similar time, Samsung announced the iconic skin that was released, and we all know the K-pop skin just disappeared, and Epic never talked about it again, and it was never released to the public. So the Imposter Jones skin were meant to be added and used in the Imposters game mode. In fact, 12 different coloured variants of the Jones skins were meant to be available. It would make sorting out different characters and working out who the imposter was so much easier, and all the files were ready to go, but just as the mode dropped, they scrapped all the Jonesy skins and they were never released into the game. There's not just skins, emotes as well have also been fully made and then never released in the world, like the Icon Series emote added in at the beginning of Chapter 3. email was encrypted in the in-game files. People weren't meant to access it, but some sneaky hackers got in and managed to find the audio for this emote and the name, Tunak Toon Song. The actual animation and dance that went along to his emote was never found, and all of the files were removed from the in-game files because of controversies around the singer. Fortnite came up with the idea of the annual pass in 2020, which allowed you to get all of the battle passes for that year, along with 7 exclusive annual pass cosmetics, with a price tag of 7,200 V-Bucks. It turned out that this was actually just a prototype, and Epic Games internally decided to scrap this idea, and instead it was turned into what we know now as the Fortnite True Packs with monthly rewards for everyone that has it. One of the coolest skins that was meant to come along with the annual pass was the Brilliant Bomber skin. There was other skins as well, including Astra and Bash, but these 2 skins were eventually released separately. And some sneaky people managed to get a leaked store link to actually purchase this annual pass that wasn't fully released, get the Brilliant Bomber on their account, but most of these people got banned. The skin has never fully been released, despite it being spotted on official Nerf Fortnite boxes, and the most recently, it's actually got its own Lego figure, so the chance of it actually finally coming to the game could actually happen. The first ever item shop pet was called Gunner, meant to match the Raptor skin in colours and design. It was inadvertently almost identical to the Bonesy pet in the previous season's Battle Pass. As a result, they had to remove the pet from the item shop after only 20 hours, apologised for releasing it, took it off of everyone's account, and gave them an extra 200 V-Bucks back. No one in the world owns its pet backbling anymore. And in 2018, Fortnite released 2 referee skins as part of their NFL collaboration. Then in 2020, they released a brand new set of NFL skins again. The new set also contained referee skins. However, if you compare these skins, they're actually identical. Before the release of the new set of NFL skins, they actually sent out the whole cosmetic set to a very select group of creators. When they realised they basically just duplicated these referee skins, they pulled them from the release of the item shop, but all the creators that were sent the skins early were still given them. I checked my account and I unfortunately don't have them. The few creators out there do, and they will never make their way to the item shop. Now the Iron Man NPC that was added onto the map with the Big Star Industries update also saw the addition of a hover emote. This emote had an icon, name, and rarity, and was specifically tied to Iron Man as a built-in emote, a bit like his ability to transform. It was believed this was meant to come with the skin in that season's Battle Pass, but they decided that literally being able to hover was a bit too overpowered for the emote, so they never ended up releasing it. Gemini skins were first found in-game back in Chapter 1 and had 2 styles, both red and blue. The skins were futuristic and matching backblings and pickaxes, and there was something removed from the game when Season 9 came around. Astro Assassin took the skin's place, looking very similar, but with a big change to their head design. Pickaxes and backbling were actually released during Chapter 2 with Quest, and actually really rare, and it's believed the original skin faces were way too similar from another character from a game called Paladins. The belly dance emote was actually seen by all of us. If we jumped off the battle bus at the beginning of Chapter 2 and looked off to the left, you could actually see the Rustler skin doing an emote that was never put in the game. All the other skins in the battle pass are doing emotes that are released and they're available for us to use. You can say this belly dance emote was actually ready to be released, they decided to pull it, and it was eventually deleted from the in-game files, but maybe because the emote's a little bit too suggestive. I love 3 Christmas skins just as much as anyone else, so when a Christmas tree Gus skin was spotted in an Epic Games skin survey back in 2020, we were all excited for him to come out soon. This Christmas Gus skin could actually be spotted in the 2020 Christmas campaign as a picture on the wall. It was used in the season Guffling spray for the Christmas rewards, but instead we ended up getting the Sled Ready Guff and the Guff Wrinkle skins, but I still really want the Christmas tree version. Fortnite in China no longer exists from the period that it did. There was some exclusive cosmetics that were only available over there. More items could only be obtained by players playing Fortnite in China. There was no way to transfer these over to any other Fortnite accounts. This included the Power Grip pickaxe, the Pointer pickaxe, the Insignia backbling, and the Penguin backbling. This is now Fortnite China is shut down and unavailable. These will never be available unless Fortnite at some point decides to add them into the normal game. Swordjet Glider was meant to be added into the game, but an Epic Games employee changed it and it was never ended up added. This is really mysterious or was meant to match the Swamp Stomper skin. The glider having a light style and a dark style, it was fully ready. It was designed behind them. You see the picture on screen here, and it's like to scrap it last minute. Meant to be released in Chapter 2, it never was, and will probably never see the light of day. The Harmony Lee skin was meant to be released for Rainbow Royale just last year. It was added into the in-game files during Chapter 4 with 2 different styles for the skin. Streetwear look. The initial skin was actually designed by a creator on Twitter. Unfortunately, when the skin was really close to being released, some allegations came out about the original designer. Due to this, Epic Games decided to pull it and never release it. There's such a pity to see a skin that is fully ready to go, but not actually available for us to use. Epic will want to work on a new type of emote called Shout Communication emote. She sounds so cool. These emotes are their short in-game. Adventure in Chapter 2, they shout out iconic moments like Coach JD saying "Bow down to Booger" as a moment taken from the Fortnite World Cup, or even Obi-Wan Kenobi saying "I have the high ground." You can see a list on screen here of some of the audio shouts that are going to be added. Imagine literally shouting "1v1 me" or "I have the high ground" as you build on top of someone. An amazing idea, but just 6 days after Fortnite started adding files into the game, it took it out again, and I've got to say, this needs to come back because it will create some incredible moments. Rare cosmetics mean a lot to people. I bought thousands over the years, but sometimes they've been accidentally added into the item shop.